What is good, Smooth Nation? The Smooth here, back at another rant. I'm talking about Dan again, and why it is the most ridiculous anime I've seen, and it cannot be the future anime. This Dan is about these two kids. One believes in aliens, the other believes in ghosts. They gotta prove each other wrong. Turns out they're both right, and they get their genitals stolen. They get violated by these aliens and ghosts, respectively, and have to fight to get their reproductive organs back. I was like, what the heck is this? This is ridiculous. This is utterly ridiculous. Oh, well, you don't know nothing about anime. Anime does goofy plot points all the time. You see, I've seen some absurdist shonen out there. Penny and Stalking with Gilbert, Kill la Kill, both absurdism anime. You know what made them still count as shonen? It was about the fights. Those were fighter type characters. These aren't fighter characters. These are characters who kind of sort of can fight. This is just an anime with fights in it. Having fights in it doesn't make it a shonen. This is not a shonen, bro. I don't accept. This is some type of lame comedy romance thing pretending to be a shonen. Let's talk about the plot points. Okay, the boy is just an alien to me. He's the real alien here. When in the first episode, when he gets possessed by Turbo Granny, that lame name, Turbo Granny, and pops up to save his friend, who he just met. The alien said, "We're gonna take your banana organ, and they're gonna take his balls, they're gonna take his cock and balls." And you know what he says? He says, "Go ahead, take it. I just wanted a friend. My whole life, I just wanted a friend. And no one would ever be my friend, so I looked to the stars and aliens." And that's freaking stupid. That's freaking stupid. Let's change that scene. And you know what the girl says after this? As soon as you know what the girl says after this? Yeah, show them how much of a man you are. Attack them to save the girl you just met, you freaking simp. This is how. Let's rewrite that scene. How about when he bursts through to save the girl? He says they go over to take. They say we're gonna take the banana organ. He in confusion says, "What? You're not taking crap." His ego flares up, and I do not care how soft he is. I do not care how soft he is. If you threaten a teenage boy that's going to take their junk away from him, that teen is going to fight back. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's Steve Urkel. That teen is going down fighting. That kid is going down swinging. And then his ego flares up. Let's say his ego flares up instead. And then he goes through that same rant. Like, all my life, I just wanted friends. But no one will ever be my friend, so I look at the stars. But now I realize that you guys are even worse than the bullies. You're even worse than that. You're perverts, you're monsters. And then the girl says, "Yeah, take them all, you can do it." And it flares up his ego. Originally it was all about, and this is how I knew this whole show was going to be some bullshit. Because this kid just does not act like what a normal person would. You lose your cock and balls, and instead of freaking out like a normal human, he has this super passive reaction. He's a good kid. He doesn't care about sex or any of that. That's why he's not freaking out about his cock and ball bullshit. I don't accept that. I do not accept that concept. No teenage boy would do that. I don't accept it. Supposedly, this thing was written by a dude. I have to question it. Was this actually written by a man? A woman had to write this. This was written by a woman in a man's body. Because a dude would not do that. A dude, like a teenage boy, if he got possessed by a freaking spirit grandma thing threatening to bite off his junk, is gonna freak out. And he's gonna freak out. And let's go to episode 2. They get attacked by this like giant, it looked like a clown to me, this alien sumo wrestler. And when they fight, apparently he plays by the rules of sumo. Why? Why? It makes no sense. Why would he play by the rules of sumo? And the girl gets mad because apparently he's not playing by the rules. You know, I'm gonna skip ahead into some manga spoilers. I took a dip into the manga, and this is when I knew this was some bullshit. This is when I knew this whole show was gonna be some bullshit. In the manga, when they fight Turbo Granny, stupid freaking name, and they finally defeat her. And keep in mind, Turbo Granny, the character. This chick was going around biting off dudes' schlongs, goggling them up. That's the type of person, that's the type of creature that this woman is. When they defeat her, guess what happens? They release the spirit of girls that she tortured. Girls that she wait a minute. The spirit of girls. I thought she was going after dudes. She was saying, "Oh, gonna gobble up schlongs, gobble up schlongs." She was going for dudes. Now she's releasing the spirits of girls that she's captured, and she even says herself, after she gets turned into like this cat toy thing, "Oh, I felt bad for those spirit girls thing." Wait, that doesn't even make. First of all, why is you going around capturing bitches in the first place? And second, I thought you was going after dudes. That's just inconsistent. It makes no sense. It makes zero sense, zero logic, and it's just dumb. This isn't a shonen, bro. Shonen is about fighting characters. These aren't fighting characters. These are characters who just occasionally fight. These are just fights randomly thrown in this comedy romance. It's not a shonen. I don't accept it, Seth. This all started from Chainsaw Man. Apparently, the person who made this was an assistant of the guy who made Chainsaw Man. Let's talk about Chainsaw Man and why Chainsaw Man works. Denji was a kid who was poor his entire life. His whole entire life, he was poor. He never knew anything about society other than just basic survival. All he ever wanted in the first episode was just to find a place to stay, just to be able to eat the next day. When he finally gets a place to stay, he only realizes, okay, what else is there left to do? He doesn't know anything, so he figures touch boobs. That's all he knows. This is Denji. Chainsaw Man is from the perspective of a guy who's never had anything. Finally learned to understand the world. Finally coming to understand the world. So of course he's gonna have simple goals that evolve over time. Chainsaw Man makes sense because it's about an ignorant character who doesn't understand the world. In fact, recently there was a chapter that caused controversy. Denji was assaulted by a female friend of his, and even questioned, "Do you like me?" And she says no, she doesn't like her at all. She doesn't like him at all. She just had to do it. She felt the urge. Denji doesn't understand this. Denji doesn't understand this, didn't have a proper upbringing. What excuse do these two have for all this shit? What is their excuse? Because they had proper upbringings. They had proper upbringings. So the boy getting his schlong gobbled up by this evil freaking Turbo Granny, and they try to make friends with Turbo Granny. You went around biting off the schlongs of teenage boys. There's no redemption for you. There's no redemption for that. That's a full-on reprobate character. The full-on psychopath. There's no redemption for that, though. What am I watching? This cannot be the future of anime. Are you telling me that in the future we're gonna get more and more shonen just like this? Hell no. No, we have to say no now. Like, if you like this show, you're weird, but fine. You can have your strange, weird show, but I can't do it. We can't have more of this, bro. We have to put our foot down and say, no, we don't want this weird shit anymore, bro. This is not shonen. This is not shown. This cannot be anime's future. No, I don't want this. If you if you vibe with what I'm saying right now, please, for the love of God, like the video. Please, for the love of God, like the video. Send it to the algorithm. Let the people know we don't want this. This cannot be anime's future, bro. Smooth Nation, you are dismissed.